What is happening, boys and girls? This is your captain speaking, and we are at Onyang's Cafe. As you guys are aware, PUSO Wrestling Bakunawa is gonna happen this coming Saturday. Saturday and Sunday. The meet and greet is gonna happen Saturday, and then Sunday is the main event. And speaking of main event, matagal ko na itong gustong gawin. Tagal ko nang gustong kausapin itong taong to, pero obviously he's busy with a lot of stuff. Kaya pagka kinausap mo to, talagang he'll just say hi, hello, and then he jumps off to do another task. Pero this time around, he will be in the main match, and I've seen it, you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, the details in the description kung paano ninyo makakatch up yung storyline na to. I've seen him jump, fly, spin, take all the pains, and this time around, we'll have a discussion with him on what's gonna happen this time in Bakunawa. Ladies and gentlemen, walang kasing lupit, walang kasing bagsik, Fabio Makisig.
Yeah. So happy we finally have a sit-down interview like this kasi like ever since I think last year, we've always wanted to have something like this.
Yeah.
But schedules don't align, and when we're together, especially during shows, as Cap mentioned, sobrang busy ko. Tinatakasan ko yung mga third-party suppliers namin, ayoko sila bayaran.
Ang akala kasi ng mga tao, when mag-set up lang kayo doon, tapos you guys will perform, and then that's it. But obviously, there's
I wish, right?
Yeah, it's
sana
more,
ganun lang, lapag, perform, uwi.
Oo, parang birthday party lang, tapos gagawin, performers will come in, we'll set up, and then let's go. Pero again, it's not as easy as you think. Kaya pag-usapan namin to, first off, how are you naman so far?
Doing great. We're a few days out of Bakunawa. Ticket sales are doing good. It's doing good to the point na we're hoping for sellout na. Kasi it's that close. And normally when tickets pass a certain point and you're break even, you get to breathe happier, you can be a little bit more confident. Pero when that lands naman, now you want the sellout, now you want the next thing. So I'm hoping na in the next few days, we can sell out Bakunawa. That's like...
Ayun ako, mabilis na lang maubos ang mga tickets, kaya also in the description you will see how will you be able to watch them perform this Sunday. I've been dying to know kasi I've seen you in the past videos. Give us a brief background on about yourself, how you started.
Actually, I started, almost 10 years ago, if not 10 years ago. I got started back then. The Pinoy wrestling landscape was very, very different. There was only one company, and I joined the second one that popped up. That was Manila Wrestling Federation, and since then, my life has been wild and weird. Pandemic happened. I helped teach the new generations we can get here. MWF closed down, and we built the even stronger PUSO Wrestling with a more loyal, rabid, and hardcore fans. And a year into PUSO Wrestling, we find ourselves in this situation that, we're doing something right. If we did this 10 years ago, probably would have evaded a lot of the suffering and struggles. But, we are the first ones, we're the pioneers, so we have to learn those lessons. So that's my story. I was there from the start until today.
Hindi madali yung na yun kasi I got introduced myself to Pinoy wrestling at that time na magta-transition kayo to PUSO. So parang sabi ko parang hindi na ako nagkaroon ng opportunity to catch kung ano yung mga nangyari, basta ang gusto ko lang noon was just to sit back and watch and see what I've missed, kasi nung bata ako, iba yung Pinoy wrestling noon eh.
Yeah.
You've seen them in a particular arena, minsan nasa outdoors pa sila, tapos makita mo yung mga doon, tapos biglang nag-stop yun, and then obviously life happened, and then fast forward to now, nakita ko na there's a new generation of people who are still into this. But that being said, bakit Pinoy wrestling? Bakit wrestling in general yung napili mo?
Well, for the longest time, I have also been a very athletic person. So, I was doing martial arts, tricking, parkour, even a little bit of stunt work back then, around 10 years ago. So, I was already very active, And I saw videos of, back then it was still just PWR, wala pang MWF nun. And I thought, ooh, I can do that.
Oh.
Ayun. And I did until now. I'm still proving I can do it. Ayun. So it's actually that very simple. I have nothing profound why I started or joined this. Nothing profound or serious at all. I just said, oh, I can do that. Ayun. I have an issue with dropping things. I see it to the end until it's destroyed.
Ang ano kasi dito, in my previous interviews with other wrestlers, local and international, they have their own sources of inspiration. What's yours?
My sources of inspiration throughout the years have pabago-bago lagi, and I don't get heavily inspired by something. I want something, so I like something, so I try to join what that thing is. So I think, so if we're gonna look at like inspiration, I think the thing that truly inspired me is combat sports talaga. So I like catch wrestling, Muay Thai, kickboxing. Those things I think are my major inspiration, and I think the best place to really show them at their full artistic and beautiful capacity is pro wrestling. So parang yun, pinanindigan ko na, let's do all of those in pro wrestling.
Yun nga eh. Pag nakikita ko yung ginagawa ninyo doon, you show very, you show good athleticism na parang, teka muna, parang mas mabigat pa tong si Fabio sa akin, pero he can flip himself in the air like he's 10 kilos lang or something. Parang, ano yun, talagang nag-start yun sa, in-apply mo lang yung pagpa-parkour mo doon.
Yeah, actually. So, I was a martial arts striker for the longest time.
Okay.
Martial arts tricking is if you take the fancy moves of karate, taekwondo, capoeira, you add gymnastic flips.
Okay.
So, that's my original discipline. I've been doing that since I was in my early teens. So when it comes to pro wrestling, it's very easy, like, just flip, just do it. So, madali na lang sa akin yung transition. The part where I had, like, not struggles, but I had to learn talaga was the actual wrestling part. Like submissions and wrestling for positions and pins. Ayun, but the flips was very natural. The wrestling also came natural, but I had to take time to learn.
Kasi pag nakikita mo yung complexities na yon, do you think it's based on what you're thinking now, na parang, kasi minsan pag naisip mo, kaya mo na kagad gawin, di ba? Ngayon nakikita mo yung mga complexities na yun, is it hard?
Yabang nito, pero I never found movement hard. Tajiri once called me a physical genius. For the longest time, what the fuck does that mean, diba? But in our time spent together, he said na, you see a move, you learn it, and you can teach it, all in a span of like a day. So that's something that not a lot of people have. I'm blessed that I have this capability to see it, and then break it down and learn it, and then pass it on or teach it. So that's me. That's the Fabio Makisig magic. But I am very grateful that I have this. Whoever granted me this ability. So I think that's also why I take the position of a coach and a teacher, because I have the ability. And so.
Ngayon, no, parang dati you started lang as the regular Fabio Makisig na who's just trying to learn a lot. Ngayon, you're now in the position of coach. I did ask Nigel about this question. I think it's better to ask you then. You're now a coach. Mas gusto mo ba bang maging coach o maging estudyante?
Honestly, okay. It's a good question. If I'm in the Philippines, I'd much rather be a coach. Like, because it's not as low as like compared before. And if you look at Southeast Asia, the Pinoy wrestlers actually like have a notch higher than the other Southeast Asian pro wrestlers. Mas mataas yung technical skill natin, kumbaga. So if I'm in this region, I'd much rather be a coach. But if I'm competing in Japan, I would rather be a student kasi depth of technique there is like, yun, mas masaya sa akin kasi I get to learn more, I get to have fun, I get to move. Ayun.
Nabanggit mo yung Japan and obviously international wrestling. Naisip ko tuloy ngayon yung mga ito nga yung latest mo, yung mga latest competition mo ngayon. Ang tanong dito, first off, how is it like fighting say Zack Sabre Jr.? I remember these are people na who were outside, pumunta dito to fight.
I think the major difference, first and foremost, is the height. They're all fucking tall. All fucking tall. But skills-wise, really, especially with my mentality, right? I feel like wrestling, kumbaga outsiders, especially Japanese circuit people, it's really fun kasi they bring a different level of physicality and intensity. Versus here, na I do it and, my competitors would be afraid. They cower. That happens. But versus I do it to them, gumaganti lang sila. So, okay, now it's a fight. Now I'm having fun. In the Philippines, very few people really can only make me feel that feeling. Nigel, Jake, Robin. It's why like, mga kumpare ko lang din. We're the ones who like, okay, let's bash each other really hard.
Tapos nabanggit mo rin lang naman ng international. Let's quickly talk about your aspiration to go to Japan. I've seen a lot of local wrestlers natin na gustong pumunta sa Japan, particularly sa syempre Korakuen Hall is alam mo yun yung ano talaga temple
Yeah.
'di ba? Parang as a wrestler, if you were able to reach such a place such as Korakuen Hall, it's it tells you na it tells you parang you at least made it, 'di ba? Para sa iyo ba, how important is it to be in Japan to play to wrestle?
Well, for me, it's especially on a personal level, like just looking at my own career. I want to get to Japan just because it's probably more fun wrestling in Japan. Probably. But I've had like 3 or 4 offers na for Japan.
Okay.
But, my own limitation, especially financially and also filially, For me, I love my family, so it's very hard for me to leave them. And if I do get to go to Japan, my offers are not short-term kasi they're longer-term. So if I do that, I have to arrange everything here, leave everything here. So I want it so bad. I want it. It's gonna be a major boost to my career, especially as a coach. I do Japan for how many years? Come back each year, go back to Japan, and just repeat the cycle. It's gonna be a major boost for my own personal career and for what I can teach the others here. But we are limited by means of wallet and love.
If you guys want to support Fabio, by the way, check out also the details on how you can put Fabio in a bigger stage, because I believe most of the most if not all dito sa PUSO Wrestling deserve to at least get an experience outside of the Philippines para kung ano man ang matutunan nila doon, dadalhin nila dito. Kasi that's normally what happens.
That's
diba?
the mentality.
You mentioned mentality. Can you share to me and to the viewers, what is, in wrestling, what is the Fabio Makisig mentality?
Well, it's a very good one because apparently I'm a very peculiar wrestler to a lot of our Southeast Asian and even more local brethren.
How so?
Right? Because there's only very few of us really with catch wrestling lineage and would really do their best to impress that catch wrestling lineage in the professional wrestling stage. So I'm one of those, and with that philosophy, I like to hit really fucking hard. Whereas others, they would hit well enough to win, ganon. I like hitting hard. And others complain like, oh, Fabio hits too hard. Exactly, that's the point. The Fabio Makisig mentality is, I will hit you as hard as I can, and I will allow you to hit me as hard as I can. We will go down to the floor and wrestle with all our might. And when we stand up, we will go back to hitting each other as hard as we can. Because for me, pro wrestling is a conversation. It's a physical conversation of 2 or more people in the ring and you want the audience to listen in and see and observe and be a part of that conversation. And for me, the best way to do that is through honesty. So I hit hard. That is how honest I am.
What do you think is the current challenge natin sa Pinoy wrestling scene?
So especially in relation to my mindset is not for everybody.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely not for everybody because it has a physical requirement. Physical requirement being you're mostly somewhat muscular. So if you're like 68 kilos of mostly fat and bones, you can't do my style because you will probably kill yourself.
Yeah.
So the major struggle right now is obviously support. But let's make that term support. What does support mean? We need more support in order for us to live more like athletes. So if you get like whey sponsorships, supplementation sponsorships, like even gym membership sponsorships, that is gonna be a big boon to Pinoy wrestlers. Kasi, those are the support that we need. Buying tickets, buying merch, participating in social media, that's all great. Very, very important. But, sana ma-funnel namin into getting sponsorship for athletic things.
You did mention this in one of your appearances na every time you fight, every Pinoy wrestler puts themselves in the ring, automatic they're taking a portion of their lives.
Oh my God, because like you see the things we do, right?
Oo, kasi alam nila na minsan kasi sinasabi nila the common misconception they're saying is wrestling is fake.
Oh, right.
'Di ba? So akala nila pagka pinukpok ka or pag binalibag ka parang hindi naman masakit 'yan.
Okay.
Pero I've watched a lot of your shows. Nandun ako sa harap, naririnig ko yung mga balibag. Parang, kung hindi ka pa masasaktan dun, I don't know what can.
Hindi ka pa natatalsikan ng pawis. Diba? Kasi minsan, talsik ng pawis or wag naman sana minsan dugo. Like, especially when somebody gets slammed, syempre, yung droplets, di ba? Ayun. Pero it's very, it's that real, that raw.
Tinabi mo rin sa isang interview na the Pinoy wrestling life is a curse. How so?
Imagine this, right? You perform in the ring, and that's what you want. You want to perform in the ring. To perform in the ring, you have to train for most part of the week.
Yeah.
If you're not training, then you have to be eating. Right? Because training is no point if you don't eat well.
Okay.
Diba? So now you got the training and the eating done.
Right.
Okay, now you gotta find a way to get gear. Good gear, good clothing.
Right.
So now you have food, now you have exercise, now you have gear, now you have to work on your presence. So you won't be booked if you're a nobody.
Of course.
Right? So how do you do that? You do media appearances like this. You appear in shows and, TV shows if you can. You try to make yourself popular. Just so you can get to that and wrestle for 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
And then after that, cycle all over again. So it's a curse. It's a curse that won't be as much of a curse if you like what you're doing. But for a lot of us, we're wanting a bit more from wrestling na.
With all those things you have done in matches that won and lost, let's go now to the present. Bakit gustong kalabanin ng isang master ang isang estudyante? What are you after?
Well, honestly kasi, like, a lot of the wrestlers in the scene right now, especially in PUSO, a lot of them trace their lineage straight back to me.
Okay.
I taught them a lot. So, on two ends yan. So, the student also wants the final validation na the coach tells you that you're doing a good job. Every student wants that.
Of course.
Right? So they want to prove na, okay, I learned these things. And I'm gonna show it to my coach. Because I also have that with Tajiri and Hoho. And the second is, I want to be proven either right or wrong. I want to be proven right na, okay, tama yung mga tinuro ko sa'yo. Right? But also, in a sense, I want to be proven wrong na I think you're not ready. So prove me wrong. Right? I want to be proven right that you will win against me using the techniques I taught you. I want to be proven wrong in my belief that I don't think you're ready. I want that to be proven wrong.
the way you said it, it's parang, kasi I've seen a lot of your posts. You've been watching Max. You have been so hungry getting this belt. Is there any other personal motive behind it?
I don't, paubos na yung personal motives ko eh. More like professional and industry-laden na yung motives ko eh. Kasi here's the thing, if I win the belt,
Okay.
right, especially back in 2023,
Right.
I was the champion for a full year. And we got to TV because I was the champion. We got a lot of media appearances because I was the champion. All the major shows were sold out because I was the champion. So we flourished in 2023 thanks to me and my hard work, and of course my team's hard work.
Of course.
So if I get the belt again, hopefully we can redo that and struggle even less, suffer lesser, right? So that's the thing na if I get the belt, maybe we can get all of those things back.
Parang ano yan parang paswerte, kumbaga. Bibigyan mo ba si Max ng validation he needed sa paparating na Bakunawa?
If, right? If he makes it valid. Like yun nga sabi, I wanna hit hard. I wanna get hit hard. So I think that's how we will see if validation will come upon him. And hopefully, because what is the point of being a champion if you can't wrestle like a champion? So we will see this Sunday if Max can wrestle like a champion.
Itong paparating na Bakunawa, you guys should watch it. I'm gonna tell you now, you'll not be disappointed with the performances, especially if you check out on my upcoming post on sino-sino yung mga maglalaban. If you were able to get this title, what's next for Fabio Makisig?
Drink. Alasing ako. And then, pagkagising, di ako na-hangover. Pagkagising, training ulit. But when I get the title, kasi I still have a lot of connect to... I haven't wrestled outside of the country.
Right.
But I have a lot of connect outside. Because every time they go here, there's like, oh, where's Fabio? I've heard of him. Or I want to, be friends with Fabio. So we talk. So when I get the belt, I can open up the Philippines. I can open up Pinoy wrestling to a bigger horizon. Even if it's not me. Like, I am not a selfish person. Like, I sent Patricia Ligaya to Japan. Well, not just me, I got help.
Of course.
But I helped send Patricia Ligaya to Japan early this year. When I get the belt, it's so easy to dangle it in front of other promoters, other business people now. Okay, send my people there. I think that's the next is opening up Pinoy wrestling.
And finally, after nitong laban mo kay Max, who are you aiming for, local or international?
I've fought all of my brothers locally. And they're the most fun to fight.
Yeah.
So I think if I win locally,
Okay.
right, if I win locally, ako personally, I want, kasi all my craziest, best matches is against Robin Sane. Every time we fight, one of us bleeds.
Yeah.
Mostly him. Mostly him. Yun. So when I win the belt, like, hey man, tara, let's run it back for like the nth time. Let's do another 30-minute legend. Yun. So I want to wrestle him, but I also want to do Nigel again. Nigel almost always beats me like by an inch. Jake is another fun one. Like, oh my God, umay na ako kay Jake. Pero it's always fun wrestling him, right? It's like, hey man, you and me again. But it's fun, so let's go. I can go with Jomar. Jomar is just lazy, but he's really fucking good. So if I get the dangle, you want this. Hopefully it motivates him to go at me at 100%.
Right. Message to the fans, message kay Max.
My message to the fans is to never skip on Pinoy wrestling. Whenever there's an event, watch us. Because anything and everything can and will happen in Pinoy wrestling. And you always don't want to miss out anything, huh? So always tune in to us. And my message to Max is, I know that your shoulders are getting heavy. Because I've been there. So let me do the job. I'm good at it, so I'll do it.
There's a reason as well na bakit chinachant ng every PUSO Wrestling event, Dexcon or World Underground Wrestling, ang salitang sulit bayad. If I were you, I'd go watch this coming Sunday for PUSO Wrestling Bakunawa. Details in the description, where to buy the tickets, and of course how you can support Fabio on his different socials, also listed in the description. Fabio, maraming salamat for your time and good luck this coming Sunday. As we now start off or kick off our coverage for PUSO Wrestling Bakunawa, this is your Captain Mike signing out. We'll see you on the next clip.